Today I'm going to share a simple trick with you. There's a small compound hidden inside your body. If this compound is released in your body and starts working, your fat will begin to melt away in no time. Without going to the gym, without doing much exercise, just by following a few things at home and paying attention to certain details. No one has ever told you about these things before. But today, I am going to explain to you in detail how you can cure every single illness of yours within just a few weeks. And fat is actually a very minor issue. People have lost up to 50 kilos by following this trick simply by activating that small compound, that thing which is present in your body. Now, what is this compound and how can you activate it to reduce your fat in no time, cure your illnesses, and even halt or preserve your age? Before your time, that is, for example, when our hair turns gray at 50, we start looking old. Our skin begins to sag and our knees start to give out. Even if you are experiencing these conditions, you can reverse them. Let's find out which compound you need to activate so you can get rid of your illnesses and obesity in no time. We'll learn about it in this video. Let's start this video. Hello friends, I am Suman Chauhan, certified dietitian, nutritionist and wellness trainer. Welcome to my channel, Healthy Team. Let me tell you something that doctors will never tell you, and what this compound is that you need to activate, how it can be activated, and what all you need to keep in mind. I'm going to explain everything to you in detail. First of all, listen to its name. Its name is ketones. If ketones are activated in your body, if you know how to activate them, then you don't need to exercise. You can get rid of every single problem in a snap. Obesity is the smallest issue among them. You can even cure diseases like cancer. What are ketones? Let me explain to you in simple language. They are a type of fuel that your body starts burning by breaking down your fat. The fat that's accumulated, the sagging belly you see, wherever you have extra fat or a flabby body, it breaks that down and turns it into fuel to create energy. Now you might ask, okay, it creates fuel, but when does it do that? It does this when, let me explain in simple terms. When your body has low carbohydrates, when glucose levels are low, your body produces energy from glucose as much as it can. For example, when we eat food for at least 5 to 6 hours, your body is full of glucose and keeps generating energy from it. If you think about it, if you don't eat for 7 or 8 hours, you start to feel weak and hungry. But you still keep getting energy, so you can continue doing any kind of work. Whether you're doing mental work, studying, or working on a computer, you keep getting energy, but you still feel hungry. So where does this energy come from? It's from the stored fat in your body, that is the glycogen stored in your liver. Your body breaks it down and releases energy from there. Now let's talk about these ketones. I've explained to you in simple terms that your body breaks down fat when it needs to. Who breaks down the fat? Your liver does. Ketones are only released when glucose levels are very low. So how are these ketones formed? Now here's how they're formed. First, the liver checks whether there is glucose or glycogen in your body or not. Once all of these are depleted, what does the liver do? It looks at the fat wherever fat cells are present in your body, breaks them down, and converts them into fatty acids. Now, these fatty acids are turned into ketones by the liver. Why does it convert them into ketones? Because now your body needs energy. What do these ketones do? Through your bloodstream, they travel via your blood to your brain, your muscles, and through every nerve to all parts of your body, providing you with energy for every movement. Whether you are watching, laughing, speaking, or doing any activity, for example, what do women do? They fast on Karva Chauth, they observe a waterless fast, so where do they get their energy from? They get it from this very process. Similarly, when people observe the Tej Karva fast for 3 days, where does their energy come from? They get it only because ketones start being released in their bodies. Now, what are the benefits of these ketones? First, let me tell you the benefits. 1, fat decreases rapidly, and 2, your energy remains stably maintained. It doesn't fluctuate like when we eat repeatedly and suddenly our energy spikes, or after 4 or 5 hours it suddenly drops. This doesn't happen at all. The third thing is your brain clarity increases, your focus level increases, your concentration power starts to improve. The fourth thing is your hunger starts to decrease. Fifth, any illnesses you have, like if your blood pressure is always high, sometimes low, sometimes high again, it starts to normalize. Your blood sugar levels start to come within a normal range. If you have a skin disease, it starts to heal. Your face starts to glow more than before. If your hair is falling out, that also starts to improve. And if there is any cancerous lump anywhere in your body, it also starts to melt away. If you have kidney stones, they also start to come out. Now, listen carefully to how to activate ketones. So the first thing is that you need to reduce carbs, carbohydrates. That means you should have less than 50 grams of roti or rice in one meal. When does the second thing get activated? When you fast, whether it's intermittent fasting or a natural one-day fast, like a 24-hour fast where you only have water, that's when it happens. Or after you do an intense workout, a really good workout, and then you don't eat anything for at least 2 to 3 hours. Now you might ask, when does our body start producing ketones? In other words, what should we do to know that our body has started making ketones? For example, we do fasting anyway, but does that actually help our body produce ketones? If you are drinking juice or eating any fruit or any vegetables during fasting, then it's very unlikely that your body will produce ketones because your body will convert whatever you eat into glucose from somewhere or the other. It always manages to get glucose. So what should you actually do, and when exactly does your body release ketones? When you fast for 0 to 8 hours, your body uses the glucose present in it efficiently and you keep getting energy from it. When you fast for 8 to 12 hours, the glycogen fat stored in your liver is broken down by your body and you get your energy from there until then. If after this, you are still on a water fast, drinking only water and not consuming anything else, then between 12 to 16 hours, your body's glucose levels start to drop. By then, the glycogen in your body has also been depleted. At that point, your body turns to your fat stores and starts breaking them down. Now, even at this point, you didn't stop. You went on to do fasting for 16 to 24 hours. If you fast for 24 hours, what does your body do then? In those 24 hours, the fatty acids that your body has broken down from fat start getting converted into ketones. The body says, hurry up, energy levels are dropping, they're getting low, and we need to keep this person alive. So what happens during those 24 hours? Your fat starts breaking down and ketones begin to form. Even then, you don't give up. You say, no, I want to fast even longer than this. If you go for a 48-hour fast, your body starts releasing ketones, and that's when you notice your mental clarity becomes extremely sharp. Your blood pressure starts to normalize. Your blood sugar level starts to stay within a normal range. There is no decrease in your energy level. Any fatigue you had, any laziness you used to feel, all of that starts to go away. Your focus becomes crystal clear and you start to feel more energetic than before. You begin to notice a new radiance in your body. A new glow starts to appear on your skin. So what I mean to say is, if you are doing a 2-day fast in the beginning and you are wondering whether your body has entered ketosis or not, whether ketones have been produced or not, then when you stay only on water for 48 hours, your body is forced to break down fat. Now you might say, oh, so we have to fast for 2 days. No, that's not the case at all. I'm going to tell you the right way to do it and what you can eat and drink during that time that will help you. To get your body into ketosis, to release ketones, and to break down fat quickly, you absolutely do not need to do a 2-day or even a 1-day fast where you only survive on water. What you need to do is, after you go to sleep at night, you shouldn't eat or drink anything for 12 hours. For example, if you ate at 8 o'clock at night, then until 8 o'clock the next morning, you shouldn't eat or drink anything except water. This is what you need to do in the beginning. Then, after 3 or 4 days, you should start fasting for 14 hours. That means you need to have a 14-hour window where you don't eat or drink anything except water. You can have coffee, black coffee, but you can't add any milk or sugar to it. And that too, only if you're feeling extremely hungry or very weak. Because in the beginning, you're not used to it. You have to build the habit. Then you can go up to 16 hours of fasting. By fasting for 16 hours, you can also produce ketones in your body, but you'll have to do this every day. For example, if you fast for 16 hours every day and only have water, your body will start releasing ketones after 3 or 4 days. Because you will notice that when you do the same thing daily, giving your body 16 hours of fasting, during that time, your body's glucose level drops. That means all the glycogen gets depleted. The glycogen that your liver has stored in your body after a certain point, like after 12 hours, your body keeps demanding glucose. So what will you do now? The next day, when you fast again, your body will look for glycogen and break it down. But when all your glycogen is depleted and the extra fat from your liver is also gone, then your body will start taking energy directly from your fat. By doing this, you can also trigger the release of ketones in your body and burn fat more easily. Now, during fasting, it's not at all the case that you can't have coffee or tea. But you have to make sure that there is no sugar in your tea. There should be no milk either. Anything that contains glucose, like lactose in milk, which is a form of glucose, so you should completely avoid milk and similar things. So what can you do? If you're drinking green tea, you can add a spoonful of coconut oil or desi ghee to it. Now you might ask, why can we add ghee? Look, ghee does have calories, but it contains absolutely no glucose. There is no kind of sugar in it, only fat. And what does fat do? Fat helps detoxify the body and aids in the production of ketones because your body also makes fatty acids from fat, and this helps the body convert them into ketones. Because glucose is the only thing that increases fat, since it triggers the release of insulin. The insulin hormone causes fat gain. When you don't allow insulin to be released in your body at all, then automatically fat won't be produced. And the fat you eat, like ghee, which I mentioned, actually provides energy to your body rather than increasing fat. So that's why your body will still get energy. During that time, if you feel very weak, you can add a teaspoon of desi ghee or coconut oil to your green tea and have it once or twice. Not more than that, so you'll get energy, but your fat will break down, your body will detox, and you'll notice your skin starting to glow and your illnesses beginning to go away. Now you might ask, what are the signs that ketones are being produced in our body? If ketones are being released, then look for these signs. Your mood will remain very calm. Your concentration will be very focused, you'll feel less hungry, and your breath will have a fruity-like smell. There will be a smell similar to acetone. There will be a slight fruity smell, and if your blood pressure or blood sugar levels were always high, they will start to stabilize. These are the signs that ketones are being released in your body. So in this way, without much effort, without going to the gym, and without exercising, you can get rid of your fat in just a few weeks. In fact, even those stubborn diseases that aren't getting better with medication can be brought under control or even reversed. You can bring a new glow to your skin, turn back your age, and keep your heart healthy. I hope you really enjoyed today's video. Please like and share as well. If you're new to the channel, do subscribe. So see you in the next video. Until then, bye-bye, take care.